What's going on? Sorry, I'm going live here. Let's see. Ugh. How we doing? I think I have to pull up TikTok. Just a second. How's it going, guys? Trying to pay attention to chat. But just one second. What's going on? I know it's been a while. Got some things I want to talk to you guys about. Some good things. How's it going, Instagram? Do what with what? What's all over? Oh, am I here, let me center. There we go. Hey, no worries. I'm glad the advice was helpful. Um, yeah, I'm gonna see what's going on with chat on YouTube. I'm also on YouTube. I think I'm on TikTok too right now. I just need to check real quick. Oh, how are you guys? I wanted to talk about the course industry and just what I see, what's going on with it. After 2 years in this space, I think um, it's just been clear to me what is going on, what's wrong with this. What's going on, Christian? How are you? Or Chris Man over there on TikTok. How are you guys? I can see TikTok. I can see YouTube. I can see Instagram. I can see it all now. And yeah, I wanted to talk a little bit about the course industry and give you guys some, feedback. Am I crashing on Instagram? I think my Instagram's crashing. I think Instagram's crashing. Yeah, it's crashed. How are you, TikTok? You doing all right? I've overloaded the system. I've overloaded it. Let's see if I can come back on Instagram. So I don't see what's going on over there. Let's see. Go back. Live video. Um, ask me what's. Hey, what's up, Alley Cat? How are you? I got some good stuff to talk about. Ask me what is wrong with the course industry. Industry. Thanks for the hearts too. I need to spell industry right. My Instagram crashed, so in how do I look on TikTok? Is it because I'm like, do I show up on vertical TikTok right now? Um, or how do I show up on TikTok? It looks like I'm just like a streamer. Of course, industry. Oh, I'm misspelling industry. And I don't know if YouTube. I don't know what's going on YouTube. Are you here, YouTube? I see. I think I have some viewers. No. Uh, Plain egg. What? No. No, I'm not on vertical TikTok. And there we go. There we go. Gotta do audience, public. Next. Let's see if I can get this to happen again. Yeah, so am I like vertical? So am I vertical or horizontal? Do you have to flip your phone over, Alley Cat, to watch me? Uh, is that how it works? And let's go to settings, show, get rid of this, go. Okay. See, I give this one more try. Maybe I need to lower I'll lower this to 2000. Okay. Let's see. Let's see if I can do this. Okay. We're going to see if Instagram works. Let me pull up TikTok again. Hey, Black Cat, good to see you. Like a streamer setup. Black Cat, am I showing up like, oh, I'm horizontal? So do you have to flip the camera? Do you have to flip the phone to watch me? Okay, let's see. Let's see if Instagram crashes out now that I go live. We'll see. We'll see how Instagram does. Yeah, I actually wanted to talk to you guys because I got something I'm working on. Oh, yeah. Instagram is a struggle bus. Instagram, you're just a struggle bus. Am I frozen? Am I frozen over there on Instagram? I think I'm frozen on Instagram. Okay. Instagram's going to get bootleg live. Let's just go bootleg live for Instagram. Hold on. Because I do want to talk to you guys about something I've been working on. And you're going to see a lot. Oh, shoot. That's not good. Let's see. Instagram. No, live. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Not a great view, Instagram, but ask me what's wrong with the course industry. Here we go. Yeah, I'm in Thank you. Thanks for following me from Colombia. How are you, Instagram? I think I'm about to go live on Instagram. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, I'm live now. What's up, Instagram? Sorry, you don't get streamer. You don't get streamer Ryan. You get bootleg Ryan Instagram, but that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, I wanted to talk to you. Hopefully, you guys can hear me okay. Instagram will let me know if you hear me. I wanted to talk about the course industry and what's wrong with it. There is something fundamentally wrong with the course industry that I think everyone should know. Instagram, let me know you can hear me in the comments, please. And I'm working to try and address it, honestly. And it's a it's something. Not all courses are a scam. I think people are thinking it's course, but I could tell you what's wrong with it. It's interesting. There's a few different platforms that are powering all the courses, and I would say nothing's wrong with them as businesses. There's nothing like fundamentally wrong with them. And I think my Instagram. Here, let's fix this. There we go. A little more clear. Um, what these courses or what these platforms are kind of conditioned to do, you have to follow the money. And when you follow the money on these course platforms, how do they make it? They make it through the coaches. The coaches pay a monthly fee to host their course there, and they get a transaction fee every time someone buys a course. So that means what? That means they have no incentive to police the quality of the materials that are hosted on these platforms. You get what I mean? So because their revenue, the platform's courses revenue, is all based on coaches' revenue. The more they police the content and take stuff down, the less money they will make. The less money they will make. So courses are not, um, a scam in their own skill, but there's tons of snake oil salesmen taking advantage of it, and there's no incentive for the platform to police it, to do anything. I think they're just kind of blind faced. FTC will take this over. We'll figure this out. And I don't think the FTC will take it over. I think it's too small. Like there's too many people making false FTC claims, or things that are against that would be against the FTC for them to police. So what is to happen? And I actually created something. If you go today, right now, we have what's called an MVP. M as in Michael, V as in Very, P as in Paul. That stands for minimum viable product. And my minimum viable product is people able to review courses. It's basically the Yelp of courses. If you've bought a course from any of those platforms, it could be a Stan Store, it could be Teachable, it could be any of these. If you've bought them, you can go to my platform. You can go to review.courses. That's the website, review.courses. And you could submit your feedback on the courses. And then as people submit their feedback on those courses, others of you shopping around, looking for courses. I see someone asking me about Laura in the comments. You can go see other students that reviewed the course. I feel like I have to go live often about this subject because it's the best way to, get this info out there. But I get DM after DM of people asking two things. Is this course legit, or can you tell everyone this course is a scam? So there's definitely a need here. And we all need a vehicle to go there at scale to put in what the feedback is of these courses. So if you've taken a course, you need to go to review.courses and submit that course and give your honest opinion. So many people in my DMs say they've tried to express their grievances on a coach just to be banned. So they'll go on a coach's Instagram and say, hey, I bought this course and it doesn't work. They get banned and then none of the future students can see. So they're left disenfranchised. People that have issues with courses or the content of a course are left with no place to go to express their grievance. You'll find them on Reddit, but the Reddit is kind of fractioned and, the chances of someone finding it is difficult. So yeah, you can go to review.courses today and submit courses. It is MVP, minimum viable product. So expect some clunkiness, accept some brokenness. I coded it all myself and I barely know how to code. So yes, that's the whole idea, Ali Cap. My idea is as people leave review of courses, people that are doing their research on the courses can go to this platform and see what others are saying about it. See what other people that say it. Yeah, reviews get lost on subreddits all the time. It's so fractioned. This is a place, think of it as Yelp for courses. So you can search the person's Instagram that you saw the course and see what other students say about it. Again, there's only 3 reviews there. Now, my core mission is to get people to fill this out, to find people that have taken, and that is difficult. It's going to be difficult for me to find at scale a bunch of people that took these courses. So I'll need all your help to, really promote this and try and drive up my engagement, drive up my following. But on top of that, how will we make it profitable? Right now I'm losing money on it, right? Which is just how it is. You do a website and you're going to lose money. So some of it will be through lives. People are giving me hearts and things on TikTok and I appreciate it. I'm gonna do a Patreon where you can give back. You could see how it's working um, from there, and also I need to raise money to make to monetize the website because the website has a clear path to monetization, and you're gonna love what the monetization is. The monetization is through the coaches. Just like a restaurant owner has to uh, pay to manage their Yelp page, just like a company has to pay to manage their Glassdoor listing, if these coaches are truly multimillionaires running their business, they should have no problem paying $50 a month to manage their page, right? They should have no problem paying $50 a month to respond to the reviews. They should have no problem paying $50 a month to alter the description of their course. To get to that monetization stage where beyond vibe coding, I would need to hire a developer. I have a few quotes from developers. It's anywhere between 10 to 35K to get that monetization up. Also get some more policing to make sure, courses don't edge into, or reviews don't edge into racism, or coaches just bot me and fill their pages full of fake reviews. There's some, things that are a little bit beyond vibe coding that I have to address. But right now I have a minimum viable product. And I think, like, right there, Chrisman, you bought legacy builders and passions over profits. Go to my website, review.courses, and submit your feedback on those two things. Help other people as they go to research it, that they can find your feedback on these courses. That's the whole point of it. That's the whole point of the website. And now I need to figure out how to, build the coding up so we can get it monetized and go from there. So that's really the point of this whole thing. And I think as it scales, it can become super powerful. And the thing that this industry needs to neutralize a lot of the stake-all salesmen out there, people that have taken advantage of people. Appreciate your dono, Black Cat. I really do appreciate it. Any kind of funds or monetization I get will go to this project. Will be going to fund me, going to fund this project. And I'm going to be doing side hustles and many other things that will fund this cause and fund this problem. It's not by any means, a charity, right? If I get this up, of course, it could be a business for me. And right now it's called review.courses is the website. The company that I'm calling it is Stoic, STOECC, because the way I see it is this industry only benefits from overhype, over promises, just chaos. And we need something that's very stoic and very principled and very, very true to its morals to right size this industry. It's very easy to get in this industry and let the overhype take over. It's very easy. You'll make more money if you do that in the short term. But in the long term, I think if you have somebody that would really take this seriously and work to better the industry, that is what is needed. So yeah, I'm starting a company called Stoic, and first product is review.courses. And now I just need people to fill out reviews. I need people to support me. I'm bootstrapping. I don't have any investors. You shouldn't really get investors this early. And we have to hold true. We get investors, then that comes with, true accountability for money too early. And we need to get this industry right. I think if once you get mass population around review.courses, it can really neutralize this industry. And it's something that we need to continue to push. And thank you, Alley Cat, for all your support. I see you would work for me in a heartbeat. Hopefully the company gets big enough that we can do so. I think there's a clear mission here and something that we can all stand behind and get this right and help a lot of others. Again, there are tons of great coaches out there. I've talked about them. I've talked about how you can make money through Etsy, print on demand. I learned from a coach on how to do that. It's very not easy, but it's a simple thing to do. And all these these coaches that are working hard to provide value are also getting overshadowed by the snake oil out there. And so, I think it's super important for us to really take this and make and understand kind of what's in the way, and how can we, really do this whole thing in a way that will deliver. So again, if you've taken a course before, go to review.courses and leave a review. Leave a review on the course, and say how it goes. Include the person's Instagram so when they're looking. And then if you want to support me, you can make sure you could just support right here through the donation model. I have a tipping thing in my bio. I'm going to launch a Patreon where you can get a behind the scenes of all the things I'm working on. I have merch, self-made 100 Air shirts. You can buy one. Those links are in my bio. But we're really trying to push through a cause here and try and get this up and running in a way that makes sense and bring transparency and clarity to the space. That's the core goal. And the more my lives get popular, the more attention I get, the more we can get exposed to people that have spent $5,000 on courses, $10,000 on academies to leave their transparent review of how they went, is the more powerful we are. I'm going to address some questions. What actually opens up with the boom of AI will be a hidden gem to become relevant again. Something new is going to come around. It is usually what replaces, but new is coming out. I think with AI, we're going to become more and more aware of artificialness. So things that aren't artificial are going to become more and more rare and more desired. It's why I'm like a little bit reluctant to professionalize my appearance and my content, because I think that's going to become so easy to do that people are going to desire rawness. People are going to desire a disheveled guy doing videos out of his garage rather than polished, artificial, edited videos. That's what I see. And I think people are always going to hear from other humans. So reviews on these courses and things, I think is super important. I wouldn't knock anybody that's using AI to create their courses. That makes you more efficient. But to have some type of neutralizing being, I think is super important in the mix too. So that's what review.course is supposed to do. So make sure you check it out. Looking through other questions. I want to create a course that is 4 figures, but wait, what? What is that? I want to create a course that's 4 figures, but I'm a certified HR professional. Yeah, you could do that. I'm not knocking anybody to create a course. I think we've talked in DMs. The problem is you that is a professional probably has value to bring. You're going to get overshadowed. People are going to be more reluctant to buy a course from you until this industry shapens up. And as I've said, the platforms themselves cannot do it because the way their monetization model works, they make money through the coaches, full stop. The coach pays them a monthly fee, and the coach drives transactions on their platforms, which they make money through every transaction. So that's where it really comes out. I'm reading questions on both TikTok and Instagram. Right now I'm doing Instagram, but I'll get to you TikTok. Don't worry. But yeah, I want to make space for you for people like Can that want to sell a course. And again, your customers can leave reviews, so your content has to be good. it has to hold you accountable. Uh, um, yeah. No, you can charge for courses for a course if it's substantive and adds value. For sure. I think that's good. Let's get to a TikTok question. Um, I admire your honesty. Thanks so much. No, thank you, Alley Cat. You've always been super supportive of me. Thank you for being a good guy. If you could start a side hustle today from scratch, which one would you pick? It really depends on your personality. It really depends on your skill set. That's why I created the legend. You can find that in my bio. It's a digital product. There's really only 4 business models, and that's what you're looking for. Which business model you want to start, and then it depends on what you do. I think I kind of joke and say if you're really good at video games, an arbitrage business might be good, or if you're a deal hunter, stuff like that. If you're more articulate and can really speak on camera, then maybe a content business. So it really depends. If you look at me as an example, I kind of fell into the content business model doing this side hustle review, and now I'm moving into a SaaS, a service business with review.courses and Stoic. So, you know, it really depends if you find a need and where it is, and then start flexing in. The way I've been able to now push myself to figure it out and be confident in it is when I started to look at these as business models rather than get rich quick tactics or side hustles. Once you start to understand the business model, it starts to become clear on where you can flex into opportunity. What about AI influencers? Does that actually work? AI influencers do work. I've seen the OnlyPan ones. I don't know. I didn't say the F one, but I have seen the OF influencer models work. I have seen some paid influencers models work. I think they're short lived. I think, they'll be a quick hit of money, but they won't. There will always be some that will stand the test of time, especially if you get creative, but you have to be super creative. But yeah, right now, some AI influencers do work, but people do know their AI. Yeah. It's kind of creepy, honestly. Like the way you make money through AI influencers is executing, some fantasies for people. So be ready. Yeah. Looking through. Wait, you realize people buy from who they trust and know. So your customers are most of the time people that will listen to you. That is not true. Uh, um, the Knicks con. I think you just have to look at this space. I've spent so much time in this space now that there are so many coaches that overpromise, over underdeliver. There's so many coaches that get people into their academy, and then when someone expresses a grievance, they ban them and block them. How do I know? At one point, I counted. I get on average 100 DMs a day of people asking about courses. Are they legit? Are they a scam? And can you expose this course? It's a scam. I spent $5,000 on this course and it's a scam. Is it? Might not be. Maybe they just didn't. I think what is happening is many coaches overpromise. They say you'll make 10K in 30 days and then you don't. There's one case where someone said, the coach said, I'd get my money back. And when I pressed them for it, the coach said, well, if you look at the fine print, it says you have to try. And I'm determining you didn't try, therefore you get no money back. And yeah, there's a lot more out there, NixCon, than probably you were exposed to. So yeah. I understand what you mean, though. People will buy from people they trust. That is kind of normal. Because of you, I got clarity on my side hustle service. I'm an HR consultant. and founded my HR consulting firm. Yeah, that's exactly it. So you're in a service business. Now you know you need to find clients and you need to find your pitch. And you don't even have to do that online. I helped someone that wanted to rent chairs. Like they went through a party rental academy and they said it was okay. They learned, the types of chairs they can buy on Amazon, but they didn't really, figure out how to do clients. They said they touched on marketing, but they really felt kind of in the dark, and they had all these chairs in their garage and party supplies. So I told them, you know what you got to do? Just buy some donuts, find the party planners and the wedding planners in your area, and bring them donuts in the morning and say, hey, I'm a new party rental guy. I have chairs. I have this. And if they say, oh, I already have chairs, I have this, drop off your cards and say, well, if you know anybody else, family members, whatever, you just got to start marketing yourself. In a service business, you got to find clients. That is your core mission. How are you going to find clients? Can you do that through social media? Absolutely. But are there other ways to do it? Absolutely. There's so many ways you can, find clients in a service business that you should, don't be discouraged. Just start to think of it as a business model. And yeah, you're doing it online, and that's great. Please help. My current job is high labor and pays low. I tried Papa Pal, but I'm only 19. Grubhub and DoorDash aren't cutting it. You have any other side hustles, platforms? Well, I don't know how much you're trying to get, but DScout, where you can take surveys. I View It is also a great one. Proxy Picks, GigWalk, Wellnolo. Um, yeah, there's a lot of links in my bio that can help you there. Hey, question, real quick. Do you have a Discord or similar community platform? I have a school platform in beta right now. It's gonna be $25 a month once I start producing content on it regularly. I do have about 100 people in the beta that got in for free. It's where I will cover the 4 different business models. I do case studies on different businesses that are successful. Right now it's closed beta, so once it's available, I'll start telling people how to join. But yeah, I did have it for free, but it was just getting flooded with bots. So I have to figure out pay wise, but I do let you have a 7-day money back guarantee on it. So yeah, that's that. And again, it's not fully populated or started yet. So I don't have a Discord, but I do have a community. Customers are in the wrong in some cases, but you can see that if you compare it to other reviews and courses. Absolutely. I think with my um, review courses, uh, we have to be prepared like it's Yelp, right? So there's going to be people that are just disgruntled and not happy. Still a great coach, but always if you're a good coach, your great customers and your great students will win out. You can never have a 5-star consistent review. You get 100 reviews and you have 4.8, you're good. 4.5, probably still good. 4, what's really going on? Is there a theme? So I would say we kind of know how reviews work. We deal with it every day with Amazon and Yelp and Google. It's no different from that. Don't think I should be discouraged by knowing that. I just need to face those challenges other businesses have, so we just have to go through it. I think right now it's just getting the word out that this exists, getting reviews, figuring out how I can raise enough money for devs to develop it and start monetizing, and go from there. So that's really the hope and the dream. I noticed that it's not the product that's difficult, it's the marketing, and all the online businesses fail to mention marketing is key. Any tips for easy marketing? Well, that's so funny that you bring that up because that is what I do by trade. I have 15 years of marketing and social media, influencers, digital marketing, e-commerce, and you're right. Marketing is a critical component to any successful business. I would say still having a unique product is still something that you have to have there. Like I remember I used to consult for restaurants, and they would sometimes bring me in for a discovery call, and they would have, let's say, 2.5 stars on Yelp. A marketing guy can't polish the turd, right? If your cheeseburgers suck, I'm not going to be able to get people to say otherwise. Your cheeseburgers suck. So there is something to the product being good quality, people something that people enjoy. But once you do have a product that's good, how do you get people to know it exists is a challenge, right? And again, it really depends on the four business models or the four types of businesses you're trying to run. A service marketing path is going to be different than a content marketing path versus a arbitrage. So I wish I could answer your question, so cleanly, easy ways to market, but it really depends on the type of business that you're running. But yes, marketing is a critical part to any business for it. And you learn that. And I'm not saying this to be condescending or anything. I think it's just helpful. But when you take your MBA, like this is one of the fundamentals they talk about: marketing and sales. Marketing and sales. You have to figure out your marketing and sales. So yeah, yeah. See what else? I'm looking at TikTok. I don't have any side hustles that work out of Philippines. Yeah. What is this? Uh, Marketing advice for real OF. Uh, Look, I have to watch talking about that specific platform on a live, but that is a very competitive market. You have to figure out your niche and who's your clientele and where do they exist? How do you appeal to them? It's not impossible, but you really have to understand how to, niche gets thrown around a lot as well. We don't, in marketing world, we don't call it a niche as much as we call it your target consumer. So who is your target consumer? And they talk about finding your psychographics and demographics. It's okay to think, okay, I am targeting 50 plus men, and their psychographics are they're lonely and they're looking for company and they need this and that. And then you start to develop your content and product around it. So psychographics, demographics, and your target consumer is where you're looking. Some people call it niche, but yeah, that's it. But that specific account, I think, is what you're asking about. Yeah, you got to do your target demo stuff. Thanks for all the emojis on TikTok and Instagram. It's great. Let's say I was looking for a side hustle that can steadily get 1,000 a month. Yeah, if you're trying to get $1,000 a month, I think that it is very achievable. It can be through a multiple different ways. If you want to do an arbitrage business, you could certainly do that. You do see people being successful with arbitrage when it comes to like used books or even like baseball cards. Like if there's something that you're really into, Lego sets, I've seen people be able to do it. That plays into your personality type. I would never do that. I never would go book thrifting. I would never go Lego shopping. Like that's just not me. It sounds terrible. I wouldn't do it. So throw that one out. Another $1,000 a month idea is selling print on demand things through Etsy and doing digital prints. That takes someone that's a product business. So you're going to need to know how to one design some products to your target consumer, right? What are their psychographics, demographics? Understand who you're targeting. Find underserved space. So what are people searching for a lot that not a lot of people are designing to or creating, filling the demand with? And then really understanding SEO, how to position. The more you can get your product out there organically without paying for ads, the better and sounder your business will be, the more profitable it'll be. So that is a real key to your whole thing. And yeah, that'd be a product business. You can do a content business like I'm doing here to get $1,000 a month. I, on average, do get $1,000 a month through content right now. Not too much more, and I have more than 700,000 followers, but I'm also not doing this full time. So I would say, yeah, that there's multiple ways. I don't think $1,000 is at all an unrealistic goal for a side hustle. for maybe 10 hours a week. You could do user generated content if you really get your hustle in, those types of things. So yeah, I think it's very achievable. But first, you should figure out your business model that appeals to you the most. Again, my legend kind of outlines the different personalities that kind of would appeal to those business models. So hopefully that's helpful. Check it out. That link's in my bio. Right. I'm actually starting a business where I build Discords for content creators. I currently offer free setup, 30 days. Okay, so this is a sales pitch for me. I get the sales pitch all the time, to be honest, James. Not to say I don't appreciate the hustle. I do, showing up in live, doing it. And look, you're running a service business, so that's great. And this is the type of work a service business would need to do. I'm not interested. I do appreciate it though. And if I ever am interested, maybe you're one of the candidates I would do. But right now, I'm not interested. But congrats on you running your business, and I appreciate the hustle. I mean, a person doing honest reviews about courses, that's bound to get review bombed. Yeah, true. A website that has reviews on courses. I think what you mean review bombed is a bunch of fake reviews. I think you're right. But many other businesses deal with this. TripAdvisor, Glassdoor, many others. So it's just something I'll have to build into the life of the product and figure out. I think with AI detection, it's getting even more. Uh, um, it could get really easier to detect those things. But yeah, let's go back to TikTok. Got a follower from Kenya. What's up? How's your social media side hustle? Is the real question. It's going okay. It's not making. I really need to figure out a way to make it more sustainable, if I'm honest, and bring in more cash. But I think, yeah, I really need to uh, do more work on my social media side hustle, as I think it's an under leveraged asset if we were to take it serious on this. And for those people curious, I have two different, I'm live in three different places. So some people think this is a recording. No, I'm just addressing other people's chats. But yeah, I need to get better on my social media side hustle. I have the audience, I have the profile. Um, I do get sponsor requests. I just need to take more people up on it and figure out other ways to make money. That's why I'm going live. Your donations help. I really want to help raise money for review courses and Bootstrap Stoic. So any support there would really help. And yes, this is a legit live. Thank you, Ali Cat, for having my back. My interest lies in a free service for individuals and create a database to provide product to COS. How would you make money? If you want to give free services to individuals, how would you make money? Um, how would you do it? Uh, yeah, I'm going to go back to Instagram. Hi, Instagram. Oh, wow. There's a lot of chats I missed. Market gap or underserved space is kind of the other definition, but basically I showed an example where you can use a tool like eRank, or if you're trying to do YouTube, you can do vidIQ. Look for things that are searched for a lot, that not a lot of videos are being shown up. They give you the ratio. So you're looking for a ratio of something that's searched often, but not a lot of content's being delivered. You can kind of fit that gap. I saw on Etsy, espresso martini wall art was very popular as a search, but there wasn't a lot of content being made. So then you just make like 50 different graphics of espresso martini wall art, and hopefully someone likes one of them and starts buying it, leaving review, and then you start to rank, and that's what it is. So you're looking for underserved space. I have a definition and how you can find those things. Again, another guide in my bio. They're all name your price. Any money that you put towards it goes through helping me start this business. So Yeah. Pokemon cards have had a boom, but I think that's oversaturated. Nothing is super oversaturated, to be honest. I think when you just think as broad as Pokemon cards, but I don't know the space very well. If there's certain types of Pokemon cards in that genre that fill a gap, like no one looks for rare Charizards or something. I don't know. Like I don't know Pokemon cards, but you can't look at everything as oversaturated because then you would never have a new pizza place open up in your neighborhood. You would never have a new burger joint. Like oversaturated is a mental hurdle you have to go through. You can certainly be true when you're thinking too broad, but I wouldn't just say things are oversaturated. There are people getting into Pokemon card trading and reselling and making a good living out of it. So yeah, really is the way you get to it. Looking through. Thank you for your honest. I'm currently the outreach. Oh, that's the service business. No problem, man. Good luck. Good luck. What's up, dude? Nothing much. I have $0 on Grubhub hubbing today. Sorry. So I gave up after an hour and 20. Oh, I don't know what you gave up on. Oh, on your Grubhub. Yeah, I did Postmates for a while and then I got scammed. Mondays suck for it. I'm in San Diego. Yeah, that's true. You can always find good idea in one full online space. That's right. No such thing as oversaturated. Yeah. How do I get unblocked from Amazon Flex? I have no idea. I have really no idea. Any suggestions on mystery shopping? Yeah, you can find mystery shopping jobs on, is it Field Agent? Yeah, Field Agent is a website where you can find mystery shopping jobs. Uh, yeah, if you're in the US. They pay decent, I've heard. A little bit of iView has that too. Um, there is one other one I'm not thinking of, but yeah, those would be the ones. So yeah, again, guys, if you're just joining, I know some of you have hanged around, but uh, when it comes to the course course industry, you can selling courses is a viable side hustle. It's a place that is needs reinvention. Every course platform has no incentive to police the content, so we are seeing an overproduction of just subpar materials being sold as courses. So we're seeing so many people kind of give false promises in the space about what their courses can do for you and how much money it can make, and there's nothing neutralizing. So I've created a business or a company called Stoic that is out to address all these things. My first MVP, minimum viable product, is review.courses. You can go to that website, and it's a place where people can leave reviews of courses that they've bought, good or bad. And as it grows, it can become a resource for people that are shopping for courses before they buy, a place that they can see just unedited opinions of what those courses have produced for them, what types of things to expect. And yeah, it's a neutral party no matter where you bought the course, whether it's Coursera, Teachable, Stan Store. It's a place where someone, after they buy the course, they can submit their opinions. What's it going to take? It's going to take attention. I got to get people to know it exists. I got to get people that bought courses to know it exists and leave reviews. And then people, as they in markets, find those courses. That takes a lot of search engine optimization, right? So I have to build the code of the website in such a way that when someone searches Amazon Money Machine, for example, that my review.courses has such SEO promise or prowess that it ranks and people are able to find the opinion. So it's an upward battle. It's not something that'll happen overnight. It's something that I need to find funding for and raise capital for, and really push out there. But I think if I stay true to my mission, I think I'll be uh, have some success. So if you want to support me on that, you could certainly find some links in my bio where you can give monetarily. You can give right here through TikTok. You can give right here through Instagram. I'm going to launch a Patreon where you can see the behind the scenes of me trying to build this business and really just shape up the course industry in a whole new way. So yeah, that's really what I'm working on. Have you ever done Simply Faceless class, or does it work to create faceless accounts? Carrie, is that a software or a program? Hey, Bree, good to see you. Thanks for joining. Yeah, I know I'm about to post in school this week, and I'll start picking that up soon with my transition and everything. So, Bree's in my school community, which is closed right now. I turned it off so people can't join. It will be $25 once I start to populate it more often. I'll even have weekly lives that are exclusive for my school community. I'll let you all know when it's up and running. Some people have bought some one-on-one counsels from me too, which has been great. But yeah, one of the businesses I'm starting is Stoic, which is out to reinvent the course selling industry. So I'll be starting a business right there with all of you, and it's gonna be great. If it's a digital course, Carrie, that's what I'm trying to help out. So the the real challenge that I'm gonna face is as people buy these courses, buy these courses, um, and they're not happy with it, they they try to express their grievance on the creator's social media, and then the creator denies them or blocks them. So then they're left disenfranchised. How do they come to find out I exist? How do they come and realize there's a place I can leave a review, which is review.courses, and at least tell everyone that this course was amazing or terrible. This faceless course was great, or the one you were talking about, Carrie. That's what I need this website to be, is to become a resource for people to be able to search and find and educate themselves before they spend $5,000 on a course, $10,000 on a course, right? We need to, this is how much people are paying for these academies. And I get so many people in my DM saying they got burned, that we need to make a neutral place that people can read and educate themselves about this stuff. And that is what Stoic is set out to do. It's STOECC. And my first product is review.courses. And we're gonna shape it up. And again, none of the platforms have an incentive. They do not have an incentive to address this. They don't have an incentive because their customer is the coach. The coach pays monthly. If I want to do a school community, I pay school $99 a month. And then every student I generate, let's say for $25, school gets a little bit of kickback. There's no incentive for the course or the materials to be policed by the platform. There's no incentive to watch if your coach is attracting people through false promises and false income claims, because all that will mean is less money for the course or for the platform. So the only solution to do this at scale, because I don't even think the FTC can do it, right? The FTC cannot do this. There's too many one-off, two-off coaches that are doing this, that we need to create a Yelp of courses. We need to create a Trustpilot for courses. That is what I'm set out to do. And then there's even bigger things after that. These programs, these platforms, there needs to be a platform that has a money back guarantee, 7 days, turned on no matter what. No matter what. The coach has no option. It must be turned on. 7 days money back guarantee. Also, the platform should have reviews turned on. Always. If the platform lets you turn it off and on right now, no, it should be turned on. More protections and more things need to be done for the student side, the consumer side in this industry than what's happening right now. It is so one-sided. It is so one-sided right now. There's so much more advantage to the coach and the platform than there are the actual people trying to learn and buy these products. And that's where things are messed up. I want to sell a course. I want to sell a community. But I also want it to be in a place that I can feel comfortable and transparent about. I want feedback. I want people to say that they didn't like my course. I want to hear about it because I want to get better. Iron sharpens iron. These coaches have they are living in an echo chamber. They just get to see the positive and bury the negative. I can't tell you how many people are in my DMs saying they've gotten banned from a course community because they've gotten frustrated and felt that they were overpromised something, right? Someone that bought a medical courier course under the promise that they'll make $10,000 a month in their first 30 days. Impossible. Yet they bought the course. They need a place to leave a review. There needs to be accountability for the coaches. That's what needs to happen. And again, there's no incentive for the platforms to do this. Absolutely none. Why would they do it? It means less transactions, less coaches for them, less customers for them. Why would they do that? So that's where we have to come in and make something different. We have to come in and make a place that's neutral for this to be reviewed. That's what this whole thing is right now. So first product is review.courses. If you've bought in a course, go leave a review. It's an MVP. That means a minimum viable product, right? I am in California as well. I'm in California as well, Jerica. I do need to go live more earlier in the day, right? To get more audience, but I'm working on that. But that's the gist of what needs to happen. And I'm open to kind of putting it out there publicly, because why not? All it will result is a better industry. But you could check out my product right now. It's Alley Cat, you're always up late. Review.courses. Yeah. Any suggestions on getting my B2B, B2C clients as an HR pro? I think LinkedIn is going to be your spot, Ken. You're going to have to figure out LinkedIn. That's going to be a place where you at least know where HR people live because they put it in their bio, right? It's going to be an easier target for you. And so I would really start to study LinkedIn and how to do marketing there. I'm really well versed in it. I just don't know how serious you are about your business. I do offer one-on-one coaching. It's in my bio. I do go live. I feel reluctant to say I'm going to be going live more often because I will go through a sprint of lives and then I stop going live and then come live. But I have like a full-time job and 2 kids, so that's why I'm so sporadic. It's just when I have the time. I also find when I go live at night, I get a little bit discouraged because my viewership is a little low. But you know, you got to just work at it. Ken, you're totally right. LinkedIn has so many LinkedIn lunatics. You got to be the anti-lunatic. You just have to. It's true. You can just look at it. Oh, there's too many, but you're not gonna find something that's blue ocean, right? I think why I point you to LinkedIn is because at least there your target customer is HR pros, right? That is where people openly discuss that they're PR people or HR people. So yeah, watching from Australia, man, I want to go there one time. If I ever go, I gotta hit you up. Yeah, I'm gonna get to 10K views. You're right. I think I just need to stay consistent and keep going. I mean, I should be blessed that I have 26 viewers, 18 viewers, 15 viewers, like across these three different places. I do have, more viewers than a lot of people would go live. So to look at the positives rather than negatives. I do need to get more consistent on live. I've been really trying to convey what's wrong with the industry, right? And I'm in such a weird spot because um, you know, I have tons to offer in terms of building a business online after this 2 years of research. I am building a business as we go. I am a content creator, which I know how to monetize, and I can help you with that. Uh, but I'm also trying to shape the industry up too in selling courses, right? So that's why I have name your price guides instead of setting $10, $20, whatever. That's why I have a 7-day money back guarantee in my school community. That was very important to me on any platform I go to, is that there's going to be a money guarantee, a money back guarantee option. Um, and yeah, I just need to get over the hump. I need to get over the hump. I need to be able to find a way to dedicate myself full time to this and really take a good um, swipe at it. And I think that takes me figuring out how to use my platform here, Side Hustle Review, which I do have more than 700,000 followers across my various platforms, and monetize that, get the word out, start really doing more open marketing about it, but then also offering more to all of you that is more substantive through a school community, but also getting you guys bought into my cause and what I'm trying to do, and give you options on how you can contribute. So, I'm setting up my Patreon and do that. And yeah, my full-time job, I've worked in marketing pretty much my whole adult career. I had a lot of other jobs before that. I dealt blackjack and craps at one point. I worked at a retail store. I worked at a bank. But yeah, my whole white collar job was in marketing, social media, influencer marketing, um, for really big companies. Still do that to this day. I'm a dad with 2 kids, have a full time job. Yeah, I'd love to get to 10K. Love to get to 10K viewership. 10K likes. Yes, thank you, Jericho. We got 10K likes. I appreciate that. I don't know what that means. I don't think it adds to anything. But yeah, you're gonna make it big because you're doing real deal work. I appreciate that. I think so. I think so. I think a lot of people I tell outwardly believe so as well. I think it's easier to believe in somebody when you can understand their mission and their clarity. And I think I have that. I think I need to keep on working on articulating it. I think lives do a great job at helping with that, because I have been struggling to find a way to express it through short form video. And I think that's what I need to continue to practice. So just get my reps in. Alley Cat, thank you. I appreciate your prayers and everything you're doing for me. Uh, you know, that's always it's always great. I am a small creator in the end, so you guys are my tribe. You're my small group that's out here trying to help. Um, People always watching from the outside too. Numbers don't necessarily mean ears. That's true, if that makes sense. Would you want to make this your full time job? I would. I would love to have an opportunity to change a space and disrupt a space and try and make it good. And the way I see it is my competition is nobody but changing the space. So if if it, as a result of me just speaking up, the whole thing um, changes, the whole industry changes, that's still a win. That's still a win. So I think I have to stay focused on that, and I think good things will come no matter what, right? And so yeah, the more likes, engagement in the comments get, your live gets pushed out to more on the For You page. Ah, I see. I see. Well, thank you for the 10K then. And you were posting my videos a couple times. I appreciate that too. That's really helpful. I think I really need to figure out one major hurdle or one big um, milestone is if I can get my YouTube into a place that can be monetized and a little bit more up. Um, YouTube matters a lot in the influencer space. As I'm telling you, have a lot of experience in the influencer marketing space. Having a good size TikTok and Instagram is always good, but real money comes into the YouTube influencers. If you can get like 1 million subscribers on YouTube, you're definitely set. So it's a place I need to get more focused on. I have about almost 11K subscribers there, which isn't bad, especially if you consider I'm just reposting my reels there. But I need to double down, make some more long form content. I am live right now on it, but I think my profile is growing. My social media profile is growing. Can really support the cause too. The more I can grow my profiles, the more prestige I can get in the space, and the more I can get my voice heard, and the more we can start to use it to steer this space in the right direction. So I'm going to continue on that too. And yeah, yeah. Yeah, I would say my snip feed is a little busy and hard to find. I need to, figure out a different alternative. I want it to be a little bit more clean, Danny. I think I'm a little different because I'm not trying to get people into a sales funnel per se. Most of these websites, as you called it, but they're really these microsites, are built to like drive a transaction, like just get you into a sale. And I'm trying to be a resource, a little bit of a resource, which makes me have a little bit more to offer. But I agree with you. My website is a little busy. I appreciate you listening to my podcast. That's going to become more frequent as well as I start to buy myself more time. But I need to work on a few things in the next couple months to get this up and going. But yeah, Stan Store is one of the things we will address in what I'm telling you is the problem. I don't know if you were here, Danny, but my core thing is the course industry, the digital product industry is completely broken. And Stan is one of those that is benefiting from it so much because they have no incentive to police the quality of the content people are making money through their platform. And every transaction, every sale that happens through Stan qualifies as revenue from them. So there's no incentive. So all these Stan creators need something that holds them accountable. You can go to a place, which I've created, review.courses, that if someone bought a $30 Stan product or paid $5,000 for a course through Stan, that people can review and talk about it. That is what's so important. I would say yes. I Stan, all these other ones. There's no. I think they know snake oil is being sold on their platforms, and I think they do look away, or they're not paying attention to it too closely. I think that's what's happening, and you know what that means? Opportunity. That means opportunity. You can look at it and say, but I think it's opportunity. It's like creating the Yelp. That's why I created review.courses. So if you've ever bought something through Stan, Danny, you should check it out. Brig, tell me your story. I think you've told me your story in the DMs, no? If not, tell me your story. But also, if it involves a course, make sure you go leave a review. review on the courses. That's super helpful. And then I have to make sure it's SEO optimized. So when someone searches for that course specifically, they find it. Question: how's the potential in teaching chess online? I don't know. I could tell you what to do. I could tell you how to figure it out. Um, I think if you just come out to your target audience like, hey, I teach people how to play chess, you're not going to win. In marketing, it's called your UNP, unique marketing position. What is your unique marketing position in your specific ability to teach chess? Do you teach chess for beginners? Do you teach people how to get to a certain level in a certain amount of days? You have to define your unique marketing position before you can really say if selling chess courses or whatever, or Bree's calling it USP, unique sale position, same thing. You could also, I think there's a couple ways people say unique value proposition, value props is what they call it. Yeah, so on the following political stock trades, I actually just turned to autopilot. There's a actual app called Autopilot that does the trading for you. So I've done that and I'm up. It's positive. It's still working. It's going. Not affiliated, not sponsored. You know what? That's what we need to get, guys. We need to get me a sponsor. We just need to get me a monthly sponsor that'll sponsor my content and help me get this review courses up. Liquid Death, something with a lot of money. It just pays me monthly. Keep me going. Believes in me. Yeah. Have you tried? How's it going? How's that going? Yeah, it's going well. Autopilot's going well. Have you tried professional services via Fiverr? Yeah, so I could tell you what the trick is for Fiverr and for Upwork. Whatever your service is, you get listed and offer a low price. We're talking dirt cheap. Your first goal is not to get money, it's to get reviews. You need to get 5 or 6 5-star reviews on Fiverr. Once you do that, you start to eke up your price. Put a little bit more. But your first assignment, if you are listing your professional service on Upwork or Fiverr, is not to make money. It's to get reviews. Get reviews. Once you do that, then you can work your money up and people see and they go there. That's where everybody gets it wrong on Fiverr and Upwork. They list themselves, put $180, wait for it. No. Look at whatever the price is in your space. Go $20 cheaper and just be ready. My goal is to get a 5-star review here. It is not to make money on this one. I get a 5-star review here in the next 3, 4. Then the customer that actually has money, a lot of money, will be willing to pay. I know it sucks. I know it really pains you. But you got to make money. You got to spend money to make money. Marketing costs money. That is the best marketing you can do, is get a 5-star review for your account. So that means you have to do something for practically free to get the 5-star review. Do it. What are you going to do instead? Pay for Google click ads? Cost just as much. And you don't even know if you'll get a 5-star review. So that's the best advice I'd give you on the Fiverr and Upwork thing. I got that from TikTok for those of you on Instagram thinking this is a recording. Have you tried professional service? I'm 2 months unemployed and you've been such a great resource. Thanks, Jerica. Good luck. Good luck on you finding your next place. I would say do not be discouraged. You can make money from home. Apply for your jobs. But honestly, I think you can figure it out on your own. I think what's happening with the dawn of AI and everything is that idea of a 9 to 5 job is becoming less and less a practical one, and that there's plenty of opportunity outside of that that you should look into. You would be on the cutting edge of the next employer if you go that way, then try and go back to 9 to 5. But everybody's different. So do what you want. But there's a lot of, and that's not just me, there's a lot of data that's supporting that. I think one thing that's holding back is our health insurance in the US. We don't have health insurance that's tied away from our employer. I'm not trying to get political here, red or blue. It's definitively a fact that our work base is held from innovation because of how intertwined our Medicare and our medical insurance is with our employer. There can be so much more innovation in our economy and our workforce if we uncoupled these two things. But, you know, I'll get off that. I'm not red or blue, by the way. I'm kind of agnostic to it all. Have you tried professional services? Have you ever seen mediocre tutorials on YouTube? Mediocre? Medicore? I don't know what you're talking about, Danny. You need to get to the better tier. What better tier or level? In what? What has worked for you? Oh, is it Join Brands? No, you're asking about Join Brands? I don't know. Honesty. I've heard of Fiverr. What else do we have here? Doing business yourself is also just a lot harder to get started with when you compare just getting a minimum wage job. That's true. You know, I don't know if it's harder. I don't know if I agree with that. Breeze saying I'm too slow on reading comments. Okay, sorry. I don't know if I agree that it's harder to start a business versus getting a 9 to 5 job. It depends on the business, right? You know, I think you can start. I talk about this idea of you need to start small and scale smart with a business. And the example is, let's say you wanted to start a snow shoveling business. What is your first assignment? Many people think it's to buy a shovel. That is not true. Your first assignment is to find somebody willing to pay you to shovel the snow. The minute you find that, then you go get your shovel. And you can rent one, you can borrow one, or you can buy one. If you're a real sound business person, you're going to borrow one. Someone says, hey, I'll pay you $50 to shovel the snow, and you can borrow the shovel without paying $20 to buy a shovel. Dude, you just made more money. And you find enough clients where you finally have to buy your shovel, right? Start small, scale big. I think where people get tripped up on finding a job is easier than starting a business is they go to buy a shovel first, right? That is when really if your main assignment is, I just need to find people that needs to shovel snow. It's good because if you don't find anybody, thank God you didn't buy a shovel, right? And that's what you have to really think about. So I don't think it's harder to start a business. It's just a different mind, and mindset also gets thrown around, right? It's just a different approach that comes to your gut. It's actually the other way. So yeah. 50 or so over 9 to 5. Thankfully, hubby has a full-time work with benefits as I figure out the next steps. Oh, that's great. Good job. Good luck. Yeah, you do need to get, that's what you were talking about, Bree. Next tier or level on Fiverr with reviews. Yes. You just need to get reviews. That's the same thing as I was talking about with the shovel.
People think I need to go on Fiverr and start making money. No, no, no. First, I need to go on Fiverr and get my reviews. Then I'll be in the money. It's not that. I guess the approach is very different compared to what we are taught. Taught or like they're not taught. I'd say we're not taught. As you go through high school, you're not taught about how to be an entrepreneur. Not at all. You're taught how to be a 9 to 5 worker. And then you just see businesses that are already functioning. You already see businesses that are in the process, So then you're stuck. I'm lucky enough I do have my higher education in business. So, but I would even say, you go get your MBA and stuff like that. It still comes down to you understanding, and mentally, like you can go get your MBA and still not understand these fundamentals. I think you have to be really, astute and really pay attention. But I think my experience has come from a little bit of higher education, but also working in business for so long. Is creating content your side hustle or full time? Right now, it's my side loser. I am not positive in revenue on making content. I have a full-time job right now, but I am trying to figure out how to, as I've been talking about in this live, start up a product called Review Courses, where people can leave reviews on courses they bought, and spool that up into a monetary income, which would be a service business. It's a SaaS, software as a service. And yeah, got to find clients. That's my challenge. Find clients, find people to serve. That's a challenge. But thanks for asking the question. Could you offer discounted services in return for a review? Sorry if that doesn't make sense. Yeah, Alley Cat, that's what I'm talking about. On Fiverr. Oh, no. In return for a review. No. I think most don't have that policy that you can't do that. So, yeah. Yeah. You can do gifted collabs with brands to get reviews. You can do that with UGC. Yes. UGC is same assignment. On Join Brands, I say your job isn't to find products you want or like. It's just to get products. Start getting reviews on Join Brands from brands that say you know what you're doing. My first review on Join Brands was a Christmas tree stand, right? And I made sure I got a 5-star review. And then I did a bike lock. And then I did some whiskey ice cubes. And then my profile just grew where I met the next tier. I got good reviews. Brands were saying, hey, this guy isn't a complete boob. He knows what he's doing. And then you just start getting opportunity. You just have to understand, like, I know people don't like it, but it's the way our world works right now. It's just like when you used to start as an intern and interns used to work for free, believe it or not. And the real goal was to get a letter of recommendation for your job. That was it. And unfortunately, there is still that exists right now. Get your 5-star reviews on Fiverr. Get reviews on Join Brands. Like, human nature does not go away. Nobody wants to be the first buyer. You see a bakery on Yelp, right? And it has no reviews. Has no reviews. You're gonna be the first one to buy the donut, or are you gonna wait till someone buys a donut and leaves a review? There's this thing where a lot of people don't want to be first, right? And yeah. You can do gifted collabs with brands. Could you do UGC? Yeah, you can do faceless UGC, no problem. Most of mine, I don't show my face. How do you go about that? I kind of don't have money for these items to show them off. You can also do UGC of just stuff you have around the house, just as practice. Just start practicing and posting to your Instagram. whatever you have. Like, I'll do a review of this gum, Orbit gum. That's terrible UGC product, but you just need to get your practice. Glasses, blue light glasses. What it's great about them. Here's what they look like. You have to remember, why are consumers looking at UGC? Why do people want to see it? You know why? Because they don't like marketing videos that over stylize it. They're kind of window shopping. Think of yourself. They're window shopping for the product. So they want to see the materials. You want to get up close. You want to show them. You want to show them the hinges. You want to get them as close to the product as you can without actually touching it. That's why they tap. That's why they do that. That's why they do those things. Is they want you to see the material. That is UGC. That is live shopping. And with AI, you're going to see more and more desire of people wanting to see the physical product as close as possible without touching it. That's why live shopping is probably going to take off, especially with AI, because every marketing business, every marketing company or team is going to make some rink-a-dink videos and with AI, and people won't know, are those glasses really good or not? They're going to want to see a customer holding them, feeling them, touching them, twisting them, breaking them, like with them on. That's what they're going to want to see. That's what they're going to want to do. Can you start your side hustle anywhere around the world? Because I'm not in the US. Yeah, you could start a side hustle anywhere in the world. I can't say all the side hustles I do. So yeah, I had to come for the glasses. Yeah, the lady that just opens boxes. Like I said, this has been around in China for a lot longer. It's been around in China for a lot longer. And it's for exactly that. The Chinese consumer wanted to know what products are cheap and going to break versus what's going to work. That's why live shopping and UGC come. And we're in that right now. We're in that right now. What else? You're talking about the lady who just opens boxes, shows the product, and then moves on, right? She like does it super fast. It's kind of funny. It's kind of like a comedic kind of approach. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, I am drinking Costco water. Cheers. You saw the Chinese lady that reviews hundreds of products and gives each one of them just a few seconds. Yeah, that's what everybody's talking about, is that lady. Yeah. The course industry, I think what's wrong is that it's not genuine. Everyone is just trying to make a quick buck and scam people. Lack of trust. You are hitting the nail on the head of what I'm trying to address. Course industry, the platforms have no incentive to police the content. So we are flooded with what you're saying, a bunch of people being disingenuous about the claims and how much money you can make or what the results of the course will be, and no one's out there to kind of stop it. You said it lacks transparency and lacks trust. Exactly. That is why I started Review Courses. Review.courses, it's an MVP, minimum viable product. It's a clunky website. I coded myself. But my vision is it's a neutralized place where anybody can submit a course that they've taken and give their honest feedback and review. And others who are shopping for courses or have come across a course and is curious can find the data and what people's opinions. Why did I come up with this? It's because I get so many DMs of people saying they've been banned by one of their coaches or gurus after they express their grievance about the course, and they have no place to go other than me, hoping that I would expose them. And if you look at me, I do not, call out the coach by name or anything like that because it's so prolific. I target one coach that is like the fish in the fucking pond, Hopefully I don't get banned because you're not allowed to cuss on Instagram. But that is just the one little fish in the pond, right? So you have to really get that. So go check it out. Review.courses, Joey. If you've bought a course and want to give an opinion, do it. If you bought a digital product, go do it. If you want to support me in building this, you can. I have tons of links in my bio. You can buy merch. I have self-made 100 Air shirts. You can buy tons of things. That's my struggle right now. The way I will make money is from the coaches themselves. These coaches say they're multimillionaires. They're multimillionaires, right? They are multimillionaires, and they have no one. They have no one to hold them accountable for their business, like Yelp or Glassdoor. This is ridiculous. If they're multimillionaires, they can afford $50 a month to maintain their reputation on some website, right? To get that monetized, I need a developer. I need to get a developer. And that is where we have to come together and stay very focused. I already can tell that this is going to be a battle of morals and staying true, which is why I'm calling the company Stoic, because we're going to have to remain stoic in our convictions and what we need, because there is every incentive to fall into the hype and more money to be made over the hype than there is to stay true into what we need to do. So, yeah, look at review.courses. I coded it myself, vibe coded it. I found that vibe coding is a limitation is when you start to talk about admin roles, and that's vital to my monetization strategy, meaning I have to have a coach portal where I'm managing coach accounts and they can pay to get in, and then they can manage their page and they can do that kind of stuff. That is a little bit beyond vibe coding scope. So I'll need a dev, and then if I need to get this at scale, if you've treated this as a straight startup, I think I need to get like 5,000 reviews to start really having some kind of true value here. Not impossible, but you got to start somewhere. I don't know how fast I'm going to get reviews. I see it as a challenge because unfortunately all the people that have taken courses aren't all in one spot, and I can't go self-promote myself on Reddit. I'll get banned. So I have to come out here publicly, talk to you guys on live. If any of you on Reddit see somebody ask about so and such course, you drop a link like, I don't know, but I know this website called Review Courses that you can do that and go from there. Well, check it out. Cole, check out my review.courses and give me the scope. Send me an email of what you think the cost would be to set up a back end for courses for the coaches and then for the coaches. It's live right now. It's a minimum viable product. I also need to prevent botting. I need to set up a CAPTCHA. I need to set up some AI detection. Yes, that's going to be a very big key to this whole thing, is SEO. And that's one of the hardest things to do, is that you have to figure out how to entrench SEO into it. And yeah, because I need this to be like the top ranked thing when someone searches Amazon Money Machine, which I don't know if is a real course, by the way. If anybody, I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there. But I remember I was in this place where it's like Dylan's Faceless Channel Academy, right? Google it, and all you get is their materials, their testimonials. I need it so review.courses ranks high for Dylan's Faceless Channel, blah, blah, blah. Reddit backlinks is super important. So as I think Bree just said, that Reddit is full of complaints about these courses. So I need review.courses to kind of make its way out there a bit. And then people just go, check review.courses, or someone has this idea, you should leave a review on review. I can't do that on my own. I'll get banned. So I need the community to do that. Yeah. So Bree, what you're talking about, so Bree said you can get ChatGPT to suggest your website. Yeah, that's called, instead of indexing, you want to get cited. So you need to figure out your site strategy, where CITE, it's get cite, cited in a scholarly journal. That's where AI is going. Yeah. Yep, it is Yelp for courses. Exactly. It's a trust pilot for courses. That is what this is. Um, yep. But yes, you can train ChatGPT to recommend you. I think I'm going to drop soon. I got some videos to record. I am looking for sponsors. I am looking for money. I'll just put it out there. So if you guys have anything, you want to buy a shirt, you want to do any of that, it'll all go towards my cause of me trying to get this thing up and going. So I appreciate all of you. I am working Breeze in it, my school beta right now. That's going to get a lot more more active in the next couple weeks. I'll have case studies of different businesses you can start. I'll talk more about review.courses. If you really want to be in touch with review.courses and really support that, I'll have a Patreon. Oh, I think my TikTok just dropped. Maybe it's available, or I think my TikTok's fine. But yeah, that's really it. I appreciate you all joining me. I really appreciate the kind words and all the donations. Alley Cat specifically, Bree, been here all day. Can, you've been here the whole time. I appreciate that too. I've been doing everything to get my client CTA with a freebie checklist. Got a bundles on Gumroad. Yeah, it sounds. Have you gotten any clients, Can? Maybe next live we could talk a little bit about that, but you need to. It sounds like you have a marketing funnel issue then, Ken. You're focused in the wrong area. You probably need to figure out your content or figure out your lead magnets. In the grand scheme of things, maybe your price is wrong. Do you know how many visitors you've got? Stuff like that. But I appreciate all of you sending me and giving me your support. I appreciate you being so encouraging. That stuff is really nice. So, yeah, I'm going to end the live any second now.